As I told you guys before, I always have the best guests on my show, and I promise you, as long as I live, I'm going to deliver on those goods. I'm here with one of the hottest artists in the game. He's known as V. Ken Marion. I don't know what the V stands for, and I don't want to find out. But, so Ken, how did you get your start with comics?
I went to college for art and animation, and I just worked really hard, like bringing my portfolio around, going to conventions, showing people my stuff, and eventually I broke in. And
I meant like, what was it like for you to read your very first comic book? How did you start your love affair with it?
Yeah, no, I mean, they were always around, like, my whole life. You know, my parents would get them for me when I was a little kid. So yeah, X-Men #1, I remember reading when I was super young. They came with the action figures, you know, McKabe toys. And yeah, I just, you know, growing up, they were just always there.
Cool. So what was it like for you to work on your very first assignment?
Pretty surreal. It's stressful, surreal, a lot of hard work.
You don't have any bald spots, man.
No, hopefully not yet, yeah. So.
I have more bald spots than you.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that, yeah.
So, what was it like for you to work in your very first big assignment for a big company like DC or Marvel? Which one did you work for first anyway?
So DC is who I've did most of my work for. It was pretty awesome. The first thing I did for them was a book called Bloodlines, which was like a reimagination of these characters from the 90s that were kind of forgotten at the time. Me and JT Krull worked on it, and he had written up this cool like reinterpretation of the pitch for it. So it wasn't a creator-owned book because it was their characters, but it was like, yeah, but it was very off the beaten path of the main DC universe. So we had like a lot of control over what we did with it. So it was like very cool to have that as my first project for them.
Oh, so how to say this? The Warner Brothers gave you creative freedom, that correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Shout out to Warner Brothers for that creative freedom. So, all right, now we're going to get to the heart and soul while we're here. As you guys know, Ken created his own comic book. He wrote, penciled. Did you ink it?
Yep. Inked it too. Yep.
Holy shit, man! You're doing everything, and he has some goodies on his table that he would like to share with you. Oh,
Yeah, so this is my new creator-owned comic. It's called Battle Chronicles Soul Striker. It's co-written by me and my friend Jason Matthews. Penciled, inked by me. Colors by Andrew Dahlhaus. It's a sci-fi fantasy superhero mix. Yeah, we just ran a Kickstarter for it, and we've got a second round of funding now on Indiegogo because a lot of people were asking, like, once it closed, if they could get in on it. So we've got Indiegogo up right now, and yeah, the book should be out and shipped by December 2024 this year.
Yeah, because I paid my fair share for this book. You know, I had to make sure to come here to find out from the man himself. See that? Well, I just want my copy. I got the regular copy, not the fancy copy. You know, it's my first time. So, what inspired you to create your own book?
Yeah, it's a mix of all the stuff that I loved growing up. So think X-Men meets Final Fantasy meets Gundam. Yeah, like RPGs, like video games, anime, Toonami era anime. Like I just wanted to make something fun that brought you back to that feeling of when you were a kid. Like when you get home from school watching like Toonami and Dragon Ball Z and all that cool stuff, and mix it with like the sort of serious kind of like storytelling, modern storytelling, you know? So it's just big, fun, and bombastic, but there's also like a lot of heart and like a lot of great, cool characters. So like my hope with it was that no matter who you are, there's a character in here who will be your new favorite character.
In other words, buy the book, support the book. He's not going to give away the story because if he does, we're going to have problems.
Well, I can give you a little elevator pitch.
No. We can't give it away. We want people to buy the book. That's the game plan, right?
Yeah, totally. That's the game plan. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Some of these. All right. Well, Ken. So, I'm trying my best to be professional here, man. So, wow, this is definitely a labor of love. Is this going to be an ongoing series, or this is more of a mini series?
Right now we have it planned for it to be about between 6 and 12 books, depending on like how we break them down going forward. But we do have an overall big story that we want to tell with this. So there's going to be more to come after this. Me and my writing partner, Jason, we just started mapping out books 2 and 3. So there's going to be more to come soon.
Okay, so I feel this is going to become an ongoing series, which is what I want.
Yeah. Well, we have an end point in mind. There is an end point.
Hey, man, don't give it away, man. What's wrong with you?
Not giving it away. Just we have the whole story mapped out. This will be a complete story, which is a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good
I
thing.
know that part, but don't give away too much information, man. I want people to get hooked on the book. You understand me?
Yeah. Well, hopefully when they read it, like I said, every one of these characters we put a ton of effort and love into. Each one has their own arc, their own beginning place, their own end. They're all unique from each other. And like I said, no matter who you are, one of these characters will be your new favorite character.
Definitely, something fun to enjoy. Well, Ken, I just gotta say thank you so much for spending time with me and my audience. So, somebody wanted to reach out to you in the future to collaborate. What's the best way for them to go about it?
Yeah, thank you again for having me to talk and to promote the book. And yeah, my social media is on X. I'm at VK Marion. On Instagram, I'm at VKen Marion. And I'm rep by Modern Mythology Comic Book Art. So if you want to reach out for like any business inquiries or anything, check out modernmythologycomicart.com. And my art rep's name is Josh Raybuck. He's awesome, and he will hook you up.
All right. Well, Ken, thank you so much for your time. Keep kicking ass and taking no prisoners.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. That's a wrap. Until next time, one of my special guests, VKen Marion. Nice to talk to. I just wish that some of the people that walk around here were more conscious of what we are doing. Until then, guys, bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the...